Hello. Tim, are you there?
Hello, Tom.
Hey, there you are. I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Tim, can you hear me?
Test.
Tim, I could hear that. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
sorry, Tom. I can hear you now. Yeah, I
Okay.
apologize about that.
I believe
my
that
headset just died.
I believe our webinar auto started here, so I apologize,
great.
everybody. If you can hear us, I apologize. We're having just a few technical difficulties trying to get Tim Sheehan from Snom all together here.
My apologies. I think it was my headset on my side that just literally died as I was in the middle of a conversation with Tom talking about some of his fall activities. But good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Tom Utag here with VoIP Supply. As I said, we're on the line here with Tim Sheehan from Snom, and he's going to go through some of the finer points of Snom, some of the mobility solutions for retail and your restaurant verticals. And with that, I guess we'll go to the next slide here. Just get started with a little intro for VoIP Supply. If you do have any questions during the webinar, feel free to post your questions down in the lower right-hand corner. There's a little bubble with a Q in it. That's where you will post your questions. We will address all questions at the end of the presentation for the sake of keeping a good flow with the webinar and ending in a timely manner. Next. And with VoIP Supply, there's a number of reseller benefits. You have your VoIP rental program, which if you want more information on that, feel free to reach out to any of us here on the VoIP Supply team. We can get you more information on the VoIP rental program. We have hardware and provisioning fulfillment, which kind of go hand in hand. We can do provisioning on a one-off basis, one-off orders to have stuff shipped out to your customers so everything arrives plug and play. or does pair very well with our fulfillment program. If you're placing a lot of orders on a weekly basis, give you access to an API to keep nice fluid movements of your orders going through, get them provisioned out the door to your customers, no problem. We do blind shipping, of course, for free, and can even add in different things. If you wanted to do your own type of branding, we can work with you on that type of thing. As well as our refresh and reclaim program, where you can make and save money. Our reclaim program is a great way to make a little bit of money back on product that you may or may not need anymore. You're just trying to get rid of it, get a new installation coming in, see what you can get for it. Our reclaim manager, Mike Rayhack, in the back, will be very happy to get a quotation off to you for any product that we may have interest in. Also, our refresh program is our take on refurbished. Goes through a 10-step process with our team in back. Everything, functionality and everything is certified through VoIP supply. We put our own 1-year warranty on every product that is categorized as refresh. So anything that you may have issues with, you come direct to us. We send you a replacement. Easy peasy. Next slide.
Great. I think that's me, Tom. And by the way, just let you know that working with VoIP Supply, we also work closely with that device demo program, or also device rental program as well too. And we do furnish stock of those guys, so you can pull some just about every product that you see here today. You have the ability to pull that down and bring it in for a demo or a trial, and then can ship it back. But again, one of the things we wanted to talk about today is really some of the verticalized products that we have currently in the market today. Again, we're faced with a unique situation here that creates different demands of us as companies. We've all moved to a work remote type program, in most cases with some limited basis being back into the office itself a couple days a week, or alternating with different people back and forth to the office. Well, one of the things that's always remained consistent during this whole period of COVID time is in our vertical markets is that we're still seeing growth for both our SIP-based endpoints, and then also now for the M100 product, which is our DECT-based mobility platform. Again, these are certified products that work with multiple SIP carriers. We just made an announcement the other day, being certified and up and selling with Star to Star. We're in the process. We're working closely with Ribbon and Meta for certifications, as well as also we are now certified with BroadSoft, our Cisco BroadSoft as well, through Tech Data on the side, through Tech Data, who does their certifications. And let's talk a little bit about where we are today in the marketplace. Obviously, we can help you tackle multiple vertical solutions with our products. It just depends on what particular it is. And we're going to work today, focus on the restaurant and retail markets, and again, touch a little bit on the home market, which is also, again, which we feel is here to stay. So we talk about restaurants itself today. There are thousands of restaurants out there in the marketplace, and within these restaurants, each one has a unique capability. You could have a scenario where you have a bar on the front end, you have a kitchen in the back end, you may only have during the day. In some smaller locations, maybe 1 or 2 people, a manager in the back room running the books, a bartender up front, or a hostess assigned to the front, along with maybe some of the wait staff, the kitchen staff, and then in busier times, maybe additional staff is on. But all the unique needs is that they all require certain capabilities, whether it's the ability to be mobile, to be able to take an order and then move it into the kitchen, take it from the kitchen and move it back out to the customer location, or out to a drop zone for a delivery pickup, that type of thing. What our M100 allows you to do is, again, you're getting improved call quality and handling, and it's very easy to pick up and use. You don't have to use the menu keys on this particular device. Essentially, we call it Line Emulation. And I think sometimes it's maybe selling it a little bit short because it's a multi-line type product. But we've designed it also to do key line emulation for its easy call, pickup, and transfer capabilities. You can place customers on hold by a button, not having to activate a menu key with some of our competitors' products. 500 feet of wireless range without Wi-Fi interference. It's easy to use. There's no training required. It's difficult enough for companies hiring personnel who basically need to understand how to place orders, how to run your business. The telephone shouldn't even be should be not even be that much detailed where you have to really focus on that. It should just be easy to use and easy to deploy. The cordless handsets can move wherever, again, that 500-foot wireless range, with even indoors and outdoors as well, too. One of the examples of this where we found some proven success is in a larger 400-location restaurant chain where they've deployed the KLE's solution. Their requirements were pretty much simple. It was easy implementation. It's a deployment of maybe 2 to 3 phones per location, nothing more, okay? They need to be up and launched quickly within a short period of time, which we're able to do from the provisioning at the partner's office. They would provision the phones, stack them up on the deck, and then turn around and drop ship them out with instructions, and a technician would come out also to do the quick install at that particular restaurant location. Again, what they were looking for is they wanted they don't need call handling training. Again, that's not, that's not the job. Their job is to obviously serve their customers. No specific person extensions, so it could be used anywhere ubiquitously. Easy call pickup, a cost savings exactly in the hosted play, and I'll explain a little bit how that works. And then customer satisfaction. Basically, the positive side of it is that we gain referrals rather rapidly from the customer because of the deployment and the ease of use, and then also additional products and services that the particular channel partner was able to get out of this, besides just the telephone system itself. From a cost savings perspective, we're actually able to see this where you're just bringing in a single line SIP trunk, and you have the keys designated as the KLE, where the lines are rotating back and forth and in and out. And again, that could be deployed or designed to work with in a number of different fashions just by the technology itself, with the product itself. Another product line that's also been very successful in the retail environment, as well as our D7 series, which is essentially our D120, our D717, 735, and 785 product set, which can also be used across the board here. Again, one of the things that was, again, improved call quality with our lower cost device, integrates in with the M100 for mobile employees. And then also from the back provisioning is you have the ability to turn around and tie in for overhead paging internally or externally, let's say outside the building where customers may be waiting to seat for dinner. The PA broadcasting capability, so it ties in the existing PA system with ease of use. And again, by the way, that PA1 broadcasting capability has the ability to do that do that overall, no matter whose devices are being used, whether it's our competitions or our devices. It can easily be integrated in any particular customer based on their particular need. If we think about remote work again, where does the M100 work? Again, that same desk mobility that you would have across the board. Our desktop phones would work there easily. A Wi-Fi dongle for the DECT dongle can also be added in. Can be added in the device itself, so that it can be used as our Wi-Fi. Our devices can be used in a Wi-Fi scenario. They're easy to provision and customize. VoIP eliminates obviously the need for an additional phone line. You're using your existing lines at home or wherever that may be. And then the M100 gives you that wireless freedom if need be, even without a power outlet across the board. So, and the Wi-Fi obviously can freeze your voice phone up from your router itself, so you don't have to have that dedicated line to it. In my own home, I have actually, I've used Comcast as a local provider, and then I also use off the Wi-Fi, use a Wi-Fi dongle on the back of my 785 to use that for calling. And then obviously with my headset, it's plugged in as well too. So our devices are very versatile in how they can be used across the board. So again, on our DEC and M100 KLE, there are some special prices that are out available, and Tom or anyone else at VoIP Supply can help you with that across the board. Again, the M100 supports up to 10 cordless desk sets and handsets, up to 8 SIP lines or accounts. The key line on private lines up to 6 concurrent calls, depending on the configuration. Intercom privacy mode. You can actually do a reboot of the phone itself through an XML push. 4 programmable LED backlit keys and 6 call handling, and 6 calls can be handled between the active and held lines. Easily attaches to an existing intercom and paging system. From a power perspective on the devices, there's 7 days of standby and 9 hours of talk time. We have a ruggedized version of our M10 set for the KLE. Again, 4 programmable keys, but it's durable across the board there. And then we also have another product with the M18 or the M18 with 4 programmable backlit keys as well too. It depends. It depends on how you want to configure and how you want to do this. Coaching can happen easily, either through myself, or you can actually work with Tom again, or the folks at VoIP Supply can help you through that as well. So again, this is just an indicator of how the device looks and across the board. So again, 1 to 4 line keys, dedicated hold key, intercom page with paging, whether it's an external intercom or internally over the devices itself to page out to a manager or a particular individual. So again, the ease of use of this is just easy to see, no extra lines, and it gives you a portable device. If you think about it, M8, our KLE product or the M100 product, this is great in a temporary work situation where you've got a warehouse that's just been turned up. You've got a data circuit that's been brought in for just regular data. You want to add voice to it. You add voice off one of the trunk lines. You then have these DECT devices that can be used throughout the warehouse for employees. In a small type environment where you need to get a hold of a particular person to look up a particular product or see if you have it. Obviously, it's on the shelf. It may be saying it's in inventory, but you know that somebody just sold a certain amount of them and it may not have been correct, and you want to have that checked with the warehouse. But you have that ability with this DECT solution to do that. The other thing is in a temporary office space, a trailer, construction site, things like that. Product fits in extremely. It's very cost effective and fits in there as well too. One of the things that we have now, just recently, we introduced is our end user rebate program. And again, it's for authorized Snom partners. It's very easy to sign up as a Snom partner to get it, or VoIP Supply can also help you walk through this as well too if you're an end user. It's very easy to use, customer rebate. You get through a web portal. If you're purchasing up, the minimum is 5 and the maximum is 200 phones. You're going to receive a rebate on a per device basis, and it helps you at the end lower your total cost of investment. And if you're a partner itself selling our products, again, I always, in talking with a lot of salespeople, I say, how do you actually sell the rebate program with it? You sell the rebate program with the front end of it, where you're showing the customer this is how much it's if the customer's looking to purchase, or even if the customer's looking to lease, you could say, this is what you're looking to get back for your device itself. And again, it's a Visa debit card that comes back that can be used in the corporate, for corporate folks to get that as a corporation. They can use that for just about any purchases they want to make. And again, in larger environments where you've got let's say a 10, 25 location type company with 2 or 3 phones at each location, and you're setting up an M100 scenario along those lines, you would probably see you would be able to get a rebate on a per device basis as you went through the implementation process, and that rebate would flow right back into the Visa debit card as you go through it. So our devices as they sit today, let's say taking a look at our conference phones, we have 2 different conference phones. We have a wired 520 SIP conference phone, and then we also have on the side of that is a C52 what we call a C52 SP, which is our expansion conference phone. Those are really extension mics and speakerphones. So, let's say a large sales conference room or even a home office with a Bluetooth dongle, you have the ability to turn around and connect that SP52, the C52 SP, directly into, let's say, a 785. So it gives you that capability for an extension speaker, let's say in your office, or if you're going to be, 25 feet away, and you want that speaker, you want to have that capability for that speakerphone there as well too. Again, the microphone itself or the speakerphone itself has up to 12 hours of talk time, Bluetooth pairing for the headset or mobile pairing, and it supports the C52 can support up to three of those speakers. And again, it's a wired because the C52 is wired. It supports it can support up to three as well too. Now, this is a product that we had initially launched about a year ago, and I've reintroduced it back to the marketplace now. And it's called our C620. It's our SIP wireless conference phone. So again, it's along with a separate wireless base station that has the ability to 24 hours of talk time and the ability to extend outward range of over 150 feet in a required wireless environment. We all know that in certain scenarios, you would love to have a speaker, let's say, moved it to a larger office or a larger room for sales training or conference calling, or even in a home office scenario, you'd have that. I've seen people just use a speakerphone as a device for a conference phone for easy listening and less fatiguing experience. This supports up to two C52 expandable speakerphones versus the three. And again, that's a power issue off of from the device itself. But again, the advantage with this price is competitive. We're competitively priced against our competition out there in the marketplace. We support up to three SIP accounts on it as well as the 520. And again, the support itself for the range is about 150 feet away from the base. I mentioned this before on one of the other slides, but this is just an example of our PA1, the public address system, the capability for that to connect directly into the back of let's say your existing PA system, or even make a connection in via a headset itself off of it. It's the ability, it allows you the creativity to create a small PA system. You can have it works great in an outdoor type environment where you've got an existing speaker system. You want to tie in a PA system. Also, there's capability for an external phone ringer on the back of it, and then you can have up to 4 separate SIP identities for it as well too. So it's has a listen and broadcast to the speakers and amplifiers in the single SIP call, so the listener can hear it also. Instead of being put on hold, the listener can also hear it being broadcast out as well too. So this is an interesting device, and as I said, it's being used on multiple platforms, whether it's our devices or others out there as well too. And again, our D700 series, again, how it connects back into our wireless conference phones. This is just an example of that as well too, with the DECT dongle or the Wi-Fi dongle. So it gives you really at a low cost price point, a lot of flexibility on how you want to use your devices today. So one of the things that I mentioned before briefly when we were just talking about the D7 was the rebate program, and it's set up now to run from July of this year to July 15th of 2021. As I said, it's a minimum of 5 phones and up to 200, and it's qualifying. Again, it's valid on qualifying devices at least 1 year after the original purchase. So it's essentially, it's done, or it's available through SnomRewards.com. So you can go in there and take a look at the program itself there. The rebate dollar amounts, again, these are direct payouts directly to the customer or the end user. And it's just done through going online. It's going online and registering the devices, showing a copy of the invoice, and it's very easy to it's a very easy to use web portal. Also available is rebates on the DECT wireless products as well too, which the M10 ruggedized edition and the M10 KLE are also offering aggressive rebates there as well too. Our conference phones have some very aggressive rebates, let alone being probably one of the lower cost products in the market today. We're offering a $35 rebate back to the customer for the conference phone as well across the board. I'd be remiss in telling you about our advantages, the advantages of VTech and Snom overall and what we bring to the table. Obviously, it's a 3-year warranty. That's most important currently today out there. We have an extensive network of authorized distributors and dealers throughout the country. We have our state-of-the-art warehouse located in San Antonio, Texas, so we can drop ship from there. Roughly, as companies go, we're about a $2.1 billion global company. And we have over more than 25 years telecommunications experience as VTech, let alone as Snom itself. If anyone's familiar with the Snom product line, Snom was acquired by VTech a number of years ago. But Snom has been around and was one of the first SIP providers in the marketplace today. Today. So we've invested heavily in our portfolio. We have, I don't want to open the kimono and say anything, but we have some aggressive new products that'll probably be released in sometime around second quarter of next year. So stay tuned for that. Our DECT is, if you think about DECT as a product set, our DECT has been, VTech really cut its teeth on DECT, as you're probably well aware. We've OEM for a number of manufacturers, including AT&T, with our analog DECT devices. But these particular devices that we have out here in the M100 platform, we feel that the flexibility of the platform itself, whether it's in a dedicated keyline emulation type environment or a multi-line type environment that could have multiple line appearances and different types of functionality that you can do with the device. We think it's rather unique to the market as compared to, let's say, Panasonic's products that are currently out there today. So our partnership benefits, just to let you know, as a Snom dealer, again, we offer, our goal is obviously with VoIP supplies to drive net new business for you. Drive and increase that the top line revenue, and then obviously increase your margin and profit across the board. Again, with our 3-year warranty, we feel we can do that. We have North American-based support here. We have longer warranty, and again, with our products, we believe you're able to easily get higher margins across the board. So, what I'd like to close out and say thank you is that we are having a raffle, and Tom, what Tom and I will do is we will pull a name. We'll pull out a name from the attendees currently today, and we will get those. That Amazon gift $100 gift card back out to you as soon as once we notify you, and we'll give you have time to send the address so we can get that off to you. All right. And I'd like to thank you again. If there's any questions, Tom, I'm not sure. I'm just on the screen right now, so I haven't seen any questions. I can't see any questions, but probably you can.
Sure. So yeah, and my apologies, I forgot to mention the raffle at the beginning of the webinar here, but yeah, that was strategically placed because we want to make sure people stick around, and whatnot. So it's only the people that are here at the end of the webinar that we will be pulling the name out of the hat. So all of you could be a lucky winner. We don't know who it's going to be yet, but we will pick that, and I will get that information out to the winner as soon as we have that info. We did have a question here about the DECT solutions on if you had a medical type of industry or hospital that was looking for something that could be cleaned or sprayed down. Does Snom have anything like that? Yeah, what we also have, when we talk about our medical solutions, looking at
the M900, which is our other our larger product. We have our M90 devices, which are we have to be careful in how we say from cleaning and spraying down. We have an antibacterial foam, which allows that any bacteria, potentially bacteria, to be, by the design of the plastic itself, it doesn't allow it to adhere to it. From the device itself, ruggedized, I think anybody in the marketplace today, I think devices can be wiped down with I can't say we're going to be able, we have a totally chemical proof type of phone, but we do have an antibacterial phone that potentially could be used here. And I'd be more than happy to talk on the side about that and understand your particular application, where our antibacterial phones could possibly help you.
Great. And just had another question here. It's about the key line emulation. Will it be will it come across as a true key line type of system, or will you still have to use a parking lot for parking calls?
No. In the multi-line, because the device is configurable, configured in the key line, and configuring it as a key line, you're going to have it as, for an example, let's say line 1 rings and you put line 1 on hold, it flashes. It'll flash if it's line 1 is in use, it'll be red. If it's in use, it'll flat. If it's on hold, you'll see the line flash. So when we think about a key line system, it actually operates basically the same way. So you have that capability of turning around, putting the customer on hold, paging someone to pick up line 1, or paging having that capability to do that as well too. Depending on the SIP system itself, you can have the ability to call transfer. I know there's a number of different, we have a number of different companies out there using this device in multiple different configurations. So I'd love to talk to you on the side and have try to get an understanding if you've got an advanced configuration or a particular requirement where this device may fit and you want to bring it in-house and test it. I think we'd be more than happy to support you. So.
Great. Not seeing any other questions coming in. So if you do have any questions after we end the webinar, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. You can just give us a call in at our 800 number at VoIPsupply.com. Get anybody on our team. You can ask for Tom, which is me, and I'll be happy to talk to you, get you any information you may or may not need, and as well as get you in touch with Mr. Tim from Snom here. He's a great partner. I've known Tim for a while now. A wealth of knowledge, a great person to kind of bounce things off of and get really good answers for you. So with that, I'd like to thank you, Tim, for your time today, and thank everybody for coming in.
Great. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye now.